do? A poor wretch who's homeless.
What the hell was that?
Who are you?
The Lord be praised. What brings you?
Master Fayfar, Sir Radzig sent me to you.
Did he? He must think highly of you.
I do the best I can.
That's good, because this is damned important. Silver's our most valuable asset.
How can I help with these,
Sir Radzig may make light of it, but a large quantity of silver has been discovered hereabouts. And
you really think someone could be stealing the silver from the mines? I would have thought that would be quite a job, wouldn't it?
it certainly would. Which is why I'd like you to go and check out not only the mine gallery, but also the yard with the smelter and the waterworks. See what kind of state it's all in, and if anything looks suspicious.
Is that the yard next to the scallop?
That's the one. I don't know what state it's in now. There used to be a stock of charcoal.
A silver store? Could there really be any left?
I doubt it. I'd be surprised if it was still standing at...
What about these waterworks?
A stamping mill and washing troughs. They're on the bend in the river below the castle. You can't miss them. There are big tanks and a...
You said mine gallery?
Boy, there's such a maze there that it would take a week to crawl through the place. There's only one gallery I'm interested in, at the foot of the hill by a small fish pond.
Why just that one?
Because I was expecting to find a scene there. All the indications pointed to it. So if anyone is stealing...
Should I be expecting...
Well, I definitely wouldn't treat a job like a visit to church on Sunday. You could find yourself facing that pack of...
I see. Well, you and Sir Radzig, that's all clear.
Good luck then.
Yeah.
God's blessings.
I'd like to make you...
And what is it you'd like?
A bit of everything.
I'm sure you'll be extremely...
Yeah.
Hey, lad. Don't you want a little wager on the Rattay tourney? Good health to you.
I've got some goods here who...
All right. Let's see. God be with you.
I've got some good...
Goodbye.
I've got some goods here who...
All right. Take care.
Yeah. Ah! Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Good people, come up close and have a smell. Fresh bread. Pour yourself a bit of fresh milk to drink.
I'm glad to see. Goodbye.
Let's have a word about the...
Well, we can...
What about this?
It'll take more than that to persuade me. All right, so...
Vegetable!
Yeah. 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 I'll be with you. I'm looking for Sakuno. Sakuno? Baron Rickvold. Isn't this his camp?
You won't get nothing out of him. You must be Radzig's man. I heard he was supposed to send someone.
Yes, Sir Radzig sent me as a guide. I'm Henry.
I'm Jakey. And this here fella, we call the Stone.
I can see why. What's up with him? Cat got his tongue?
No, more like the dog got it. The executioner's dog. When the executioner ripped it out of him. Anyway, you better come along with me. I'll introduce you to the other fellas. And the chief. These here are the Bearman brothers, Petter and Jan. They're a barrel of laughs, except when they're too drunk to string two words together. Like now. Don't get on the wrong side of them, though. When their blood is up, well, it ain't a pretty sight.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, I'm sure.
Never mind the fancy poses, Stefan. You're trying to kill the fucker, not teach him how to dance. And you, Dangler, stand your ground. Don't let him lead you round by the nose.
Sir? Well, sir, this is Henry. From Lord Kobler.
Ah, it's about time Radzig got round to this. We need someone who knows their way around these parts. Leave off with the bowing and curtsying. We don't hold with that tomfoolery here. Jakey! Where the hell are you sneaking off to? Go to the farm and get water. The lads are thirsty.
But I went last time.
And you'll go next time, you ungrateful pup. Get your ass moving. Snot-nosed brat. You pull them out of a pile of shit, and they thank you with back talk. Where were we? Oh yeah. We need a guide who knows these parts. So I hope I can rely on you, Herman.
It's Henry.
Right. Well, as I said to Radzig, I don't want to carry any dead weight. We could find ourselves in some very tight situations where every sword counts.
I know how to handle a sword, all right?
I've heard a lot of fellas say that. They still ended up on the wrong end of one. We'll find out. Stefan, take a break. Dangler, let's find out what Harold here can do.
Sure. No problem, Chief.
You.
You didn't fare badly at all, I must say. You can ride with us.
All right, good. Thanks.
Don't thank me yet. You don't know what you're letting yourself in for.
Should we ride out?
No point in going out now. It'll soon be dark. Come.
All right.
You can sleep here in the camp if you want. There's room enough. And you ought...
Trouble?
Stefan, can you tell...
What is it you want to know, youngster?
I'm curious how you...
You noticed I don't exactly fit in with this pack of felons and reprobates, huh? Unfortunately, you can't always choose your company, can you?
No, I suppose not.
Oh, well, I'd love to tell you, but Kuno insisted we keep that between the two of us.
Oh. But... well, Kuno said...
Really? Are you sure about that?
No, I don't think so. At least...
I used to live in a town before. Back there I was doing something very different. Although... now I think of it, maybe it wasn't that...
Actually, I haven't the foggiest idea what you mean. You don't give anything away, do you?
Me? I'm an open book, lad. Ask me...
maybe another time. My head's...
As you wish. Shame, though. There's nothing I enjoy more than conversing.
Sir Kuno, can you...
Drop the sir. That title brought me nothing but grief. But what do you...
Sir Radzig told me the Rickvold family...
There's all sorts of ways to become impoverished. Nothing easier. Especially when your father's a...
Oh.
But it's a long and twisted story. We took our name from Rickvold Castle. But that actually belonged to... You see, he knew the abbess there since they were young. Knew her very well. There was even talk that she only joined the order. Anyway, whether he was fucking her right there in the convent, or he just took a lot of interest in scripture, he spent an...
Oh, he might...
sinning and confessing all in one place. Anyway, my mother never had strong nerves. Truth be told, her sanity was always... Then, one frosty December morning, I was woken by screaming and smoke. I looked out the window, and I saw my mother there, in the court.
Christ. That sounds like a...
Hellish it was, I can tell you. Me and my sister Adela, and a few servants managed to get out before the whole place went up. I couldn't get to my father. Or my little brother. My sister and I were left destitute after the fire. But then my cousin, Adam of Drevich, took us into his... A few weeks later, he offered to buy what was left of our estates and sell me a small fortress near a Kovnik. It was a great relief. We suddenly had some hope of a future again. So I told my... A week later, the two of them announced to me they were getting married. And all that was left of our estates, lands, woods...
But surely that was for you to decide. You were the head...
Aye. Only I barely had 17 years under my belt, and I'd just lost everything. Of course, I argued with them. You're telling me. But I'm not complaining. As my pa always used to say, if you can turn your hand to something, you'll never be lost.
What about your debt to Sir Radzig?
A twist of fate, lad. I was fighting in the hostilities between the House of Schallenberg and the town of Colleen. Some trade dispute it was, and I fought under the Schallenberg colours. In the end, the two sides negotiated a truce, and I rode to Colleen with the delegation that was to parley there. We stopped off at an inn on the way, and it was there that I met Radzig Kobyla. I could tell at first sight he was a man after my own heart. A likeable rogue. We spent the whole night drinking together and talking. And in the morning, we set off together, with sore heads, but in good time. Only, once we reached the city gates, they arrested me on the spot. Seems the burghers had it in for me, since I'd been making their lives hell. On the other hand, I was a member of the peace delegation, so by rights, they shouldn't have even looked at me sideways. Colleen is a royal city. So he was there to represent the king's interests.
I see. So he was on the other side.
That's right. Anyway, they threw me in a dungeon, And a few days later, word reached me that the Schallenbergs had reached an agreement with the Burgers. Only part of the... And I'd surely have ended my days swinging from the town battlements if it hadn't been for Radzig. He liked me, and he could see it was a dirty trick, so he somehow squared things with the city council.
Lucky for you.
Indeed. I owe my life to Radzig, and I'll never forget it. He's asked me twice before for help.
I'd like to ask about your men.
Ask away.
What about the fellow they call...
I've never ridden with a better man, I can tell you. He doesn't say a lot, but for that, he listens all the better.
So he scouts for you?
Not just that. It's happened more than once. I was closing a deal with someone. Nearly every time he was right. And the fellow...
Those Behrman brothers are quite...
Indeed they are. There's no more mercy in them than in... well, a bear. If I told them to skew...
Jesus.
Oh, aye. They'd argue first about which one of them got to do the job. Real soldiers, the pair of them. As long as they don't get too drunk. Then there's no key.
What can you tell me about...
Fletching?
How did he come to join your band?
Well, let's just say he was in the right place at the right time.
What exactly happened?
Sorry, I'd love to tell you the whole story, but I'd be betraying his trust.
Oh, now you've got me curious. Maybe I should ask...
Sure, why not?
What about that dumb one? How did he end?
The stone? Oh, he just kind of tagged along.
Just like...
Aye, just like that. We were riding from Olomouc to a castle past Kladsko. When we ran in, you know how it goes. We made acquaintance with them, had a drink or two. Then we travelled on together.
I'm not sure I'd be thinking that if I ran into you lot on the road.
We might have done some things I ain't proud of. But wayfarers are sacred even for me. Except for the stone. He stuck with us the whole way. When we were approaching Barsdorf, I ordered the men to get rid of him. I had some business at the car. Stefan tried to tell him nicely, but he just sat there, staring like he was turned to stone. That's when we gave him the name. Then the Behrman brothers tried to get him off his horse. He booted Jan in the face and knocked him out cold. Then he jumped... A man who can do that is a man you want on your side.
Weren't you worried about having a stranger in your band? Especially one who didn't talk.
No, I figured if you can't talk, you can't tell. Besides, I've had worse.
What about Jakey?
Jakey? That boy will be the death of me. You've got to be tough on him, or he's good for nothing. But I'm fond of him, in a way.
Like a son?
I wouldn't go that far. But I've no family of my own. And
Well, you're pretty hard on him, though. And the others keep him on his toes.
the boy needs a firm hand. I was like him once, and I got the same too. If we let him be...
True. Can you tell me something?
What do you want to know?
Why do they call you...
Because Kuno found me dangling on the end of a rope.
Ah.
I wouldn't call it an execution exactly. At the time, there was a proper night for you. Full of ideals and honour. They stood me on a shaky wooden cross with my hands tied behind my back and a noose around my neck. For...
How long were you stuck there?
I couldn't tell you. Hours. Maybe days. In the end, everything started going black. I could feel the devil.
Jesus. How on...
I didn't. When Kuno found me, he says I was dead as a doornail. They cut me down and took the rope off me. Then someone gave me a kick and I coughed and came back to life.
Dare you sleep in someone else's bed? Get lost! Hey, young...
What is it, Jakey?
The stone wants to talk with you, if you can call it that.
What ring?
Ah, no one told you about it. The fellas call it the Ring of Bacchus. Kuno gave us this ring. It's just a worthless bauble. But when we're at the tavern, Kuno pays everything for the man who has the ring. So we steal the ring from each other and try to trick each other. Well, actually, just the others. They won't let me...
That sounds like a lot of fun. But I don't have the ring.
He probably wants you to steal it from someone. Since you're new, the fellows will talk to you, and it won't...
All right. I'll have... Hey, Jakey.
Want to get matey, eh? Sure.
How did you end up in...
Well, I used to be a baker's hand in Prague, but all the other fellas were always on my... To make a bit of coin, I started going to the tavern across the road, entertaining the rich gents with jokes, playing the fool. One time, Kuno turned up there, and I got to talking with him. When I told him all the shit I was getting at the bakery, he offered to take...
I bet you were glad to...
Yeah, though it's not like they give me much peace here either. It's all... Jake.
Well, surely you can't...
No. Only, at the bakery, the worst I ever got was a beating. It's not like my life was in danger. But here, when those Beerman brothers are drunk...
How come they bully...
Not now, maybe.
Oh, come on, you, shy? You just said you were playing the...
All right, I'll tell you the truth. They picked on me because I'm an orphan. The parish priest of St. Apollinaire's in Prague. I spent half my childhood in parish houses.
I see.
It still is tough.
Jakey sent me to you. Something...
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you want me to get...
Mm.
Who has it? Jakey?
Mm-mm.
You mean Kuhn?
Mm-mm.
Jan Behrman?
Mm-mm.
Peter Behrman?
Mm-mm.
I didn't quite...
Mm-mm.
Does Dangler have it?
Mm.
All right. How... I got the ring from Dangler. Yeah, well, I suppose there's not much more.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, thanks to you too. Should we ride out?
Aye, we ought to set out on patrol about now. I'd like to head to the north. Is there anything interesting that way?
North of here, Samapesh and Merhoyed are that way, and Talmberg is a bit further on.
I wouldn't mind paying a visit to those stables.
And from there?
From there, we'll follow our noses. Something interesting is sure to turn up. I feel it.
Sure. Chief.
What a fine day, eh, brother?
Indeed, brother.
You know what I like best about days like this, Jan?
The scent of chamomile wafting from the hillsides.
Among other things.
Ah, like the rounded hills, rising, perky, all soft and pink in the sunlight.
And the fertile valley below, spreading wide and inviting.
Dew glistening in a mossy hollow.
The sweet aroma of honey in the air.
The sturdy poplar, standing tall and erect.
Aye, it reminds me of that day. That day when the two of us fucked Fletcher's ma.
Very droll. You make a stuffed butler.
Your ma's a stuffed bird. I stuffed her myself.
I can't smell any chamomile.
Well, men, how are things?
May I?
Yes, Fletch?
How shall I put it? I'm a little concerned about the prospects in these parts, Chief.
Oh? How's that?
I've been looking around, and if you'll pardon me, it seems to me that we've been stuck for a long time in the arsehole of beyond.
It's not Paris, France, I'll grant you.
What I mean to say is, I haven't got any new kit, or arrows, or since the day Jakey joined. It makes me uneasy, Chief.
I see. What about the rest of you?
I don't know what Fletcher's moaning about. There's plenty of booze and loose wenches nearby.
Not to mention fools in the taverns who don't know when to stop rolling those dice.
Dangler?
The arsehole of beyond everywhere we go. It always makes me uneasy.
Jakey?
Fletch can complain. I was supposed to get a suit of armor, and all I got was a shitty kettle hat.
Sorry, but they don't do hauberks in girls' sizes.
Oh? Well, how did you get yours then?
All right, I appreciate your honesty, lads. Don't worry, there will be plunder. We're here to fight, and to the victor the spoils. That's how it's always been. But no purse of silver will shed blood for you on the battlefield. That's what this company is for. And I hope you never forget the golden rule. You can joke all you want, moan all you want, but nothing will keep your skins in one piece better than trusting your leader, who you choose by your own free will. So don't ever forget that.
Amen.
Chief, think there's something going on over there.
Let's go! Behind me, keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think we can expect this time, fellas?
Groschen, hidden in a piss pot under the bed. A nice chunk of beef no one there will be eating.
On account of it'd just fall out through the holes in their bellies, eh, brother?
My mouth is already watering, brother, and I ain't even touched a purse yet.
Once you get your hands on some loot, I'll be happy to play you for your hard-earned groschen back of the camp.
Poor old Fletch. Never gets to see the action from close up.
What about you, Dangler? What do you expect to find?
Futility and human suffering, like always.
Always full of good cheer, eh, Dangler? Why don't you take a leaf out of stone?
Keep your eyes peeled, though. There might be someone hiding out here still. Look for clues and question the survivors, if there are any.
Still smouldering. Whoever torched it can't have got very far.
Let's start with your boots for a change.
Poor wretch.
Heal.
Kuno will want to know about this. Jesus Christ, what a massacre. They weren't even armed. I found this shield in a shed along with a letter. Seems like someone left us a message.
Show me that. I know that crest. It's the House of Zool. I don't think we'll find anything else here.
We'll stay here a while, just in case. And you...
What do you know about the...
A family of impoverished nobles. They fought in the Margraviate Wars in Moravia. But what they're after in
I thought I could go and search for those raiders. They might not have gotten very far yet.
All right. It's always good to have an extra pair of eyes.
No signs of resistance. They simply slaughtered them like animals. Looks like it happened fast.
What the?
Let's see what you can seek.
God Almighty.
Groschen from that one. One more here. That makes...
You found anything interesting?
Fuck all. They cleaned him out good and proper.
And did he tell you anything?
He mumbled something.
He could...
Worthless
Kuno, your men are robbing... What did you expect, Henry? Old habits die hard.
Oh, maybe it's time they turned...
You ought to be a priest. Try telling them yourself, then. If you want to hear some...
Did you find any trap?
Some, a horse or two. They rode off through the meadow towards dawn. They're avoiding the road.
Towards dawn?
Meaning towards the east. Apart from the mounted ones, there were...
Well, they can't move too fast, then.
No. And what's more, they left a trail of blood. One or more of them might be wounded. Either that, or they dragged off some poor...
Nice work. Thanks. Poor creature. Hunted down like game. They went this way. Seems they met some resistance at the farm. What a waste. Well, at least I know which way they went. There they are.
What have we got here? Entertainment. Great.
Come here.
Bollocks! What's the matter? Come on. You know how this one ends. Is that all you've got?
Yeah, but...
Did you find... me? Poor creature. Hunted down like game. Looks like they carried away a lot of stuff. They went this way. Seems they met some resistance at the farm. What a waste. But at least I know which way they went. There they are.
Yeah. 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 To heal, mutt. Heal.
Besoras is punt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chi ha? Mi volto. Mia sono. Mi fai il corso.
Ni chuck, mi punti bello.
I tracked down those raiders.
You did?
A short way to the east, in a glade in the woods.
How many of them are there?
About 7.
Well, I'll tell the lads we're gonna deal with them. Nice and quiet. Hey! To me, now! Listen up! Henry tracked down those bastards who raided the farm. They're dividing up their loot, not far from here. So let's pounce on them and give them what for. Move out!
Quiet as the grave, as the stone would say.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that one since... Let me see.
At a loss for words, are you?
Stop it, please. Or I'll split my sides laughing.
I'd feel sorry for the stone. Imagine not being able to insult your enemy's mother.
Ah, big mouth Satan makes up for it.
I don't know how you managed without me for so long. Who was it needed their back covered last time?
Jakey.
Jakey.
Fuck you. I don't need minding.
We all cover each other's backs. That's how this band works.
Get used to it.
I've no intention of getting myself killed by a bunch of bandits who pillaged a farm for cabbage.
Well, I don't know. You might get mistaken for a cabbage yourself.
Aye, he's green enough.
I'll cover you, Jakey. Got it? Thanks a lot, Fletch.
Fuck this! Right, we'll have a look around here for, clues. Meanwhile, Henry, you go and report to Radzig.
Yeah!
Greetings. What business have you?
Sir, I'm afraid I have some bad news. We came across a burnt-out farm near Merhoyed.
Christ! It seems Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
Now, this is something else, sir. We found a shield there with a crest. A tricolour star on a blue field.
I know that coat of arms, unfortunately. It's the House of Zul.
There was a letter there, too.
Show it to me. Although I think I...
Here you are, sir.
Unscrupulous beast. Cruelty and malevolence. I challenge you to face me in a duel. As I expected. Old grievances coming...
This Sir Hagen wants to challenge you to a duel.
Apparently, he still hopes I will agree to this kind of outmoded...
But surely you can't refuse a challenge to a duel. What about your...
Henry, my boy, honor is a splendid thing, and it should be held in high regard.
Like this one?
Yes, like this one. The only reason Hagen is challenging me now is that he has a marked advantage. I've served as the royal... Hagen, meanwhile, was fighting in the Margraviate Wars in Moravia, and elsewhere as a mercenary. That's not honor, but an abuse of honor. Commonplace opportunism. I don't blame him for trying.
What happened between you and...
That's a long...
Well, if I'm to know what I'm up against...
True. All right, in a nutshell. Several years ago, I had to resolve a bloody feud. So, I hanged the head of the family. Razed their castle to the ground. Ever since then, they've had it in for me.
But you acted in good conscience.
Yes, although in retrospect it might seem excessively harsh.
Well, what are we going to do about this?
You and Kuno's band will just have to deal with Hagen and prevent further mayhem. The longer he's marauding around these parts, the greater...
So you'd fight him, if it came to that?
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But maybe there's something else behind this challenge. Maybe it's...
All right. We'll deal with him, sir.
I'm sure you will, Henry.
I'd like to ask something about this Sir Hagen.
Sure. God be with you.